All right, hey everybody. My name is John Ciarlone from Hummingbird Networks.
And I'm Jim Landry from Adtran.
We're here to just, have just an informal conversation about, how, you as a customer could benefit from the relationship that, Adtran and Hummingbird Networks has together. We're just, just gonna have an informal conversation and tell you a couple of new things that's happening at both companies and how we're growing together and want to help you guys out with all your networking and IT needs. Got my Adtran shirt on, very proud of that. Jim, welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
Jim's all the way out from New Hampshire today. Came all the way out to visit us, and that's what these guys do. These guys are awesome with relationships with us as a partner, helping you as a customer get the most value and the best experience you possibly can out of all your Adtran equipment and all your IT equipment, for that part. So, Jim,
I'd just like to chat a little bit as well about the unique partnership that Hummingbird enjoys with Adtran and how much we value that relationship. And as an end user, you'll want to look at this as you may look at other resellers that sell our product line and value the unique relationship that Hummingbird does have with Adtran. And that takes place in the form of things such as certifications. John and his team have gone above and beyond to learn the Adtran product line, to get certified on our product line, so that when you're talking to them about a networking solution and they're recommending Adtran, they know how that solution fits into your network. They know the uniqueness of the Adtran product and how it fits into your network, both from the carrier side and from your local area networking side. And not a lot of partners will go through all that certification. It's very expensive for John to do that. It's expensive for him to take his team out of the field to go through the certifications. He has to pay for those certifications. It's a huge investment, but that investment pays to you when you're using John's team for their expertise with the Adtran products and looking at them to put in your network. And remember that as a unique aspect of buying from Hummingbird and why you'll want to necessarily look at Hummingbird as opposed to maybe some other partners who haven't made that very difficult investment in training and certifications.
Yeah, we're excited about that. My team is really dedicated to learn more about your products and how we can be industry experts in the LAN and the WAN and wireless and security and all that. And we sell a lot of Adtran products, partially because of the relationship that we have together with the manufacturer. We have a very close relationship with them, and we're very proud of that. So think of it as when you're talking to us, you're a lot of times we'll get Jim on the phone and talk directly with the customer. If we have questions or whatever, there's a whole team of experts in Huntsville. It's a USA-based company. They're based in Huntsville. Engineering's in Huntsville. Pre-sales engineering's in Huntsville. Support, management's in Huntsville. It's a US-based team, and that's one of the things we love about them as well. Is that you're going to get them right away if you have any questions. We actually had a blog story that we made a few years ago about Adtran support, and you can look that up on our blog. That talks about the quality and the response time, and everybody just loves their support.
Yeah, one of the two, John, if I might add, that Hummingbird enjoys with our relationships, not just me. As John mentioned, I'm out from the East Coast today to visit with John and his team for their annual holiday get-together, which I appreciate you inviting me out for that.
Absolutely.
But as I manage the overall Hummingbird network for Adtran, but we have teams of local territory managers and local sales engineers spread throughout the country in just about every major metropolitan area. And they are out there to help you as the end user working through John. So as you're looking at our solutions and John engages with me, I can then reach out to our local teams wherever you may be, and if they need to come out and provide demo products, provide presentations, talk to you in much more detail about the uniqueness of our solutions, the value proposition that we can bring to you in relationship to our competition, then that is another part of the relationship that we value, and we really like to get our local teams working with John and his customers and helping you out.
Yeah, really excited about that. Let's talk for just a few minutes. I mean, this has been, it's the end of 2016. There's been so many things that happened this year in the world of IT. So many new products, so many new technologies. We're talking to you from Facebook Live, which is a brand new technology from Facebook, just a few months old. very exciting. It's a very exciting time, but it's also a very scary time in IT. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of cybersecurity threats, a lot of internal threats, external threats. There's a lot of crazy things going on right now that could affect your network, whether you're in a small 2-person, 3-person office, all the way up to some of our customers have thousands and thousands of users. So I think it's important that we talk about maybe some of the new products that Adtran's coming out with, not necessarily on the security side, but they are secure products. So let's talk about a couple of the new products.
Sure thing.
Let's start off with the switch. It's the let's talk about that for just a minute. Maybe you want to introduce that switch.
Yeah. So our latest switch is called the Adtran 1748F, which is a fiber aggregation switch. It's meant for those customers that are bringing a lot of fiber connections into a common point and need to provide a very solid hub to be able to connect all those high-speed fiber connections to, and then reach out to the rest of the network to connect various switches either throughout a campus or throughout a nationwide network. That's what that product is designed to do. It's a brand new product for us. We're just in the process of introducing it. John's team has actually had some customers looking at it, and he's providing some quotes to them already. So that's one that we're very excited about. It's in addition to a very robust switch product line that we have, ranging from small 10100 switches all the way up to now this new 1748 port 10 gig aggregation fiber switch.
Yeah, it's really important. You're going to need that kind of bandwidth if you're doing, let's just say, like security cameras. You're in a school campus environment or a large office environment where you're going to need high-speed connections, 10 gig back to backbone from other edge switches out in campus environments or in different closets on, let's just say, a school campus environment. This switch is perfect for that, to bring all those switches together back at the core. Another thing that we're seeing, Jim, is a lot of people are more into security now. So they need faster connections, they need faster switch ports, they need faster uplinks. So that switch, the 1748, is, I think, a perfect addition to your core network. On the very high end side.
I'd say, John, another area that is new for us that we talked about today is something that Adtran introduced a few years ago, but we're really starting to gain some traction on, and that's with our session border control capabilities that we integrate into our routers and our IP business gateways. So if you're a customer that's deploying a VoIP network or a voice over IP network today, the session border control is kind of one of those pieces of equipment that's in the network that nobody really knows what it does, but it's got to be there in order for your network to work properly. In days of several years ago, you had to go out and buy a very expensive standalone piece of equipment that might cost upwards of $5,000, $8,000, $10,000.
Right.
We've now taken that and integrated that software into our routers and our switches for just a few $100s more,
Right.
and to provide that capability within the switch, so you don't have to go buy, or the router, so you don't have to go buy another expensive piece of equipment. And those are the types of changes that John mentioned. It seems as though every week in this industry something is changing. There's mergers and acquisitions, there's new technologies that are coming out. Adtran as a company has been around for 30 plus years. As John mentioned, we're based in Huntsville, Alabama. We work a lot with all the carriers throughout the US, throughout the world, and that's some of the uniqueness that we can bring to a partner like John to keep him up to speed on some of these changes in the network, but also ensure that our product is there and represented properly for your customers that might be looking to make some changes.
I mean, one of the other things I love about the relationship we have with Adtran is just the breadth of product that they have. Whether we'll start off at the carrier level, right? So a lot of the internet traffic that you're seeing this on is actually probably going over a piece of Adtran equipment that you'll probably never see or hear of. But that's what's keeping this video going right now. That's what's keeping everything going. A lot of their equipment is in the backbone, which you'll probably never see. However, on the company level, if you're actually in your company, you will see also, with the enterprise level type equipment that they have, which you probably could see. You're going to see wireless access points. That's how you get your Wi-Fi in your office. You're going to see internet connection routers and switches that connect all your computers to your network. So Adtran takes care of everything from the large scale carrier deployments that make everything work in the background down to large businesses, down to very small businesses, whether you're 1 or 2 person office. They have equipment that can handle connections from your 1 or 2 person office all the way up to the large carrier internet stuff that no one will really ever hear of, except if you're in that type of business.
Yeah, John, sometimes I'm out visiting with end users, and we'll start to talk maybe about our router solutions or our switch solutions, and I'll say, I've never heard of Adtran before. I've heard of these other companies that might make a lot of internet working products. And I'll say, can you show me where your telephone closet is? And they'll walk me down the hall and open the door to the telephone closet. And I'll say, you see that little box up there with the green blinking light? It's got about 2 inches of dust on it that's been sitting there for the last 10 years and it's worked. What does it say on the front? And they'll say, Adtran. And I'll say, that's the piece of equipment that's connecting to the wide area network that you mentioned that just keeps working and working and working. And that's
a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much stuff Adtran makes that you'll never ever see. And I think that's it's a testament to their products, because they're all buried in a closet somewhere in a dark room that no one's ever going to see. Like, you and I will never see it because it's buried in a dark room. However, that's what's keeping your business afloat. That's what's keeping your business alive.
It's kind of like the timing belt of the telecom industry. In a car, if you could ask anyone in your automobile, what does your timing belt do? 90% of the people say, I don't know.
Right.
But guess what happens if you don't have a timing belt? Car doesn't run.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, that's what I wanted to point. I'm glad you pointed that out, because a lot of people don't really realize how much stuff or how many connections that Adtran does make in the entire world with the equipment. All the internet bandwidth that's going over Adtran pieces of equipment. So it's good enough for carriers. It's good enough to run the entire world on. It's definitely good enough to run your business on.
Yeah, and everything along that line, John. Every piece of equipment that we make, be it from the small NetBand 3140 router that John might propose to you for a access router in your business, all the way up to that gig switch that we're talking about. Everything is built to carrier class standards, to enterprise class standards. We're not a consumer grade type product that you might find at a local consumer electronics store. Everything is built to carrier class standards, because from the carrier point of view, we have to pass a certification test that carriers have on any equipment that goes in the network, and those are very stringent tests, very stringent certifications.
It's important, and the warranty that they put in the stuff is unbelievable. I mean, limited lifetime, lifetime warranty, next business day replacement, tax support. I mean, that's all included in the price. So really, it's one of the best values of networking equipment and IT equipment out there, whether you're looking for Wi-Fi for your office. And it doesn't have to be thousands of people. It could be a small office. It could be a medium office. They've done stadium deployments. We've done plenty of large, deployments. If you contact us, we can give you case studies on schools. We've done manufacturing. There's so many things that's running on this equipment that it's definitely amazing stuff. The support we talked about before, the warranty, the breadth of product options that you have, and they just keep coming out with new stuff. I know you guys got a new access point that's coming out.
We have some
Let's
new
talk
wireless
about that
access.
for just a second, because I think it's important, and I don't mean to cut you off for a second, but I think it's important that as small, medium businesses and larger businesses look into Wi-Fi, they need to be looking into one of the latest technologies, which is 802.11ac Wave 2, which Adtran's coming out with a wonderful product that I think everybody should get when it comes out. Jim, let's talk to you about that. It's really going to help your business out. It'll speed up those connections. You might not have to have wires anymore. Everything can be wireless. You could run your security cameras on it. I keep talking about security because security is what we hear the most here at Hummingbird Networks. Security cameras. We could run phones. We can run pan-tilt zoom security cameras too. We can run, of course, your PCs. There's just so many things that could be run on these switches.
Yeah, pretty much anything that you could imagine before plugging into a wired LAN switch, we can now run over these wireless access points.
That's right.
We're actually starting to see some deployments where new businesses are moving into a new location, and they're not pulling wires throughout those buildings anymore. They're not putting in the wire switches. Most everything is running off a Wi-Fi network.
Right.
And Adtran has the latest and greatest Wave 2 access points that John mentioned.
Yeah.
And really anything from your overall networking point of view, be it a access router, be it an Ethernet switch, be it a VoIP gateway, be it a session border control, be it a firewall, Wi-Fi solution, anything that you might need for networking in your small, medium enterprise business, Adtran has a solution for. If you'd like to deal with a US-based company, US-based tech support, fantastic service that we've been providing for over 30 years, and a great partner in Hummingbird, then reach out to Hummingbird, get us involved. We'd love to work with you.
Yeah, give us a call. Our numbers, if you don't know it, it's 866-551-3278, or of course you can reach us on the web at hummingbirdnetworks.com. If you need any information about Adtran, definitely reach out to us. Of course, you can go to adtran.com. They have all the docs and white papers and case studies and data sheets and all that. If you don't find it on their site, you'll find it on ours. And if you can't find it, just pick up the phone. You can chat with us. You can call us. You can email us. You can Skype us. You can Facebook us. You can do however you need to get in touch with us. We'd love to help you. And you're looking at a team here of just two of many that can help your business succeed. So I'm real thankful. Thanks so much for coming out, Jim.
Thank you, John.
Looking forward to helping all your small businesses, your medium businesses, even your large businesses, government agencies, your schools, everybody out there that's considering Adtran. Just consider this is what you're going to get. You're going to get this kind of relationship between our two companies and you guys out there to help you from soup to nuts. You need bill of materials, you need pre-sales engineering, you need post-sales help, you need anything at all when it comes to networking. You're talking to the right two people.
I promise you, try us, you'll like us.
Thanks. Happy holidays.